Thank you. The minutes about it.
Had sufficient interaction with the plan. So this is to help the Busia district leadership. We have interacted with sub-county leaderships. We have interacted with the technical staff. And we are going to have more interaction with the technical staff, including the leaders in the education system, because we want schools to play a big role in pushing forward this vision, in pushing forward this plan. If possible, we would like at least every school where they have land, especially the government schools, they have land, they can afford to find 4 acres. At least 2 acres, one for cocoa, one for coffee. Let the children interact with these industrial value chains, and then we will interact with which other things they can set up, such that the children grow up knowing where we are going through education. So we'll come back to interact with the technical people to see the view from science, technology, and innovation. This particular meeting now is convened by the Bukedi Development Consortium, which is a conglomeration of all development actors in Bukedi. It brings together the local governments, it brings together the religious bodies, it brings together the business fraternity, it brings together every key player in the region. And so they are going to be the ones that will be working to lead, because for us as science, technology, and innovation, we have to move to another sub-region. Put their PDM money in specific things which yield, which will give us the wealth which we want. Because despite people being told that there are 7 commodities that we should promote in PDM, only less than 50% of the people invested their money in those commodities. And so this Chibalo thing helps people to figure out, why are they telling me to do the 7 instead of all the others I think about? Because like in my district, a lot of people put money in maize. Maize is good for food, it's good for other things, but it's good when if you want to use it for wealth creation, you have to have a very big acreage, at least 50 acres, if you're going to get that kind of money. Otherwise, grow it for food, but if for wealth creation, it may not get there. Because if you have any small shock with maize, likely you'll have a return of 0.8%. 0.82 instead of 100. I put in 1 million, I harvest 800,000. So if people haven't understood why we are telling them this, and so one of the things that we have innovated as science and technology is this tool we call the Chibalo tool. The Chibalo tool is not something that is, it's not like a hoe or something, and it's not very sophisticated. Just put people in groups and let them, guide them, give them a bit of guidance, and let them see how they can calculate based on income they can get per year. And they have the knowledge, but no, they have never sat down to do that. Many people here, you've been growing a lot of things, but you don't sit down to calculate. So we are operationalizing what Muzei typically talks about as Chibalo. To be a hub for value addition and export, which sits on 52 hectares of land, which is sizable for that kind of facility for logistics. And it fits in the strategic direction of what we have thought that Busia can be. However, I got to learn that Minister of Trade built a facility, a starter facility, which is just a warehouse. It's just a hall. And the whole center, the functionality of it has not yet started. From 2017, it's about several years later, about 8 years now. And my interaction with the local leaders, they say they have conflicts because investors have been coming in wanting to put investment in this facility and even on the whole site, but they can't agree, I think because of local politics. And the different government units have come. I think the Minister of Trade, which set it up, maybe tried, then Minister of Local Government and others. But I think that when politics begin to be that's misuse of politics. That's really misuse of politics or not understanding politics, because politics is supposed to create opportunity for the people. So I am praying that as STI comes in, we are going to interact with everybody who has been here, and next week somebody from STI will come back, discuss, and then we will engage also the other people, Minister of Trade, because this is quite timely. In the President's plan, which he has been proposing, which has been pushing, and which we have been implementing, Operation Wealth Creation, and now PDM, production in the country has gone up. And we really need places for value addition. And Bukedde does not have a lot of opportunities for industrial parks. And this would make a very, very good place for industrial park.
That title was taken by the Ministry of Trade. When as MASAF we insisted that no, this title is here, the RDC constituted a security committee and they deployed the police. By the following day, the title, which was supposed to be at the ministry, had appeared at the district headquarters. Now, all these are being organized by individuals occupying public office, but with selfish interests. For us, we are saying, let the projects begin. And what has caused all this problem now, number one, although the warehouse which we have just seen was constructed under the management of the Ministry of Trade and Industry, there has never been a formal handover by the ministry to the district. There is no document which shows that this warehouse was handed over. Indeed, the current people who were allocated that warehouse, MASAF Industries Limited, were allocated by the Ministry of Trade, Industry and Cooperatives, an issue which is not in tandem with the provisions of the law. So the district has refused to acknowledge that. So at the end of the day, for this thing to become functional, we need to get to a position which was agreed upon, whereby the co-ownership is recognized, support to investors is recognized, and everybody begins moving. As MASAF Town Council, we have done our part. It is the district leadership which has not done its part.
And I am the chairman for Bukedde Development Consortium, which we call the Budeco. Budeco is the implementing agents of the strategic plan for Bukedde, which the president launched last year. So we have a very good opportunity to implement this strategic plan as Budeco, so that in the next 15 years, all our people in Bukedde will be out of poverty. As chairman, my main role is one, to make sure that every home in Bukedde in the next 15 years has at least a minimum of 30 million shillings in their pockets. That is a summary of what my job is, to make sure every Mukedi has 30 million shillings as minimum in their pockets in the next 15 years. Now, but to do that, we are going to be able to visit district by district so that we can share the strategic plan with the district leadership, with all other stakeholders within the districts, like our farmers, like our religious leaders, our cultural leaders.